In today's episode of Manabonded, Josh works out some new rules for his EDH Fight Club. Sure, if we're allowing the rules to allow you to attack other players, you're fine. Zack officially loses it.
I see it all. I see it all.
Nate brags about his new body pillow.
I am going to get her massive, and I'm going to beat you over the head with her.
Hello everyone and welcome to Manabonded, the only Magic the Gathering advice podcast with their own LEGO set. I'm Josh, your host, and I'm joined today by my two co-hosts, Nate and Zack. Say hey, guys.
Hey, guys. If you ask me real nicely, I can give you the layout for it.
Howdy.
It's a top secret LEGO set. We will not share it with
It is.
anyone except people who are true fans of the podcast.
Yep.
So how you guys been?
Been pretty good.
Yeah? It's been a week or two since Ninjas, right? Since the Ninja Turtles show up.
Yep. Now my brain is on Pirates with the One Piece live action coming back out.
Yeah, you went and saw that.
For season 2. Yep. Went to see the first 2 episodes in theaters. Had a blast.
Is it only the first 2 episodes?
It was only the first 2 episodes. If it was the whole series, we would have been there all day because each episode is about an hour long.
Isn't it so funny that people balk at a 4-hour movie in Lord of the Rings and they're like, that's so long, I can sit there and watch that, and then they'll binge like all of Yellowstone in a single day and they'll be like, this is so good, and it's like they're 45 to an hour long episodes. You watch 7 in a single sitting. Why are you complaining that Lord of the Rings is 4 hours? Because it doesn't say skip intro every 15 minutes? Like, is that what you're mad about?
Genuinely think that's it, though. Like, because they're split up and cut into smaller sections, it feels like you can consume it easier than one 4-hour movie.
Yeah, right. I don't know. I just think
look at doom scrolling.
People are just weak.
True.
Y'all can sit through the extended editions just fine. If you binge movies or if you binge TV shows, you can sit through the extended editions. You'll be fine.
It's me. I'm weak.
Side note, that's what I've been watching lately. So usually when my wife gets home, we just kind of hang out downstairs after dinner and watch a show. And what she's been watching lately is Yellowstone, that sort of series about the ranchers and cowboys out in Montana. If you don't know anything about it is literally just cowboy politics, and it is the politics side of things that my wife loves. She is a political science major, loves those sorts of shows with political intrigue and books with that stuff, so she is very into that side of it, but she's very mad at the ending. For those who don't know,
the stones were not yellow anymore.
Well, the problem is, I'm just going to straight up spoil it, because I don't know how interested you guys actually are in this show, because I certainly am not really. Well, if you're listening to our podcast, and you're currently watching Yellowstone for the first time, and you don't know what happens somehow, I'll give you about 45 seconds. Go ahead, skip ahead, come on back when you're done.
Yellowstone spoilers coming up ahead.
What's really bugging her is that in like the second or third to last episode, they killed off a character who has been like a mainstay since season 1, gotten a happy relationship, like has just had a great time. And it was just this random thrown in death. There was no build up, no warning, no reason. They just killed him. And she was like, why? Why do they do that? It makes no sense. And I'm just like, yeah, because the writing sucks. When the show goes downhill, it's everything's out the window.
Well, they gotta have stakes.
Oh, there's a lot of stakes in Yellowstone. It's all about like cowboys and ranchers and stuff, and a lot of cows.
Yeah.
There's so many stakes.
I've seen a lot of clips. I've seen a lot of clips of Yellowstone, so I know kind of what's going on there.
Yeah.
Okay, but like in real life, people just die too. Like that, it could be just realism. All right, maybe she's just mad at realism.
Yeah. No, it was like, so to me, I kind of related it to another show that I watched when I was in high school, that I haven't seen since. But at the time, my mom, she was watching Star Trek Enterprise, which is like the prequel series to the original series. And she got really ticked off, and there's no spoiler warning for this. This show is over 30 or 40 years old. I don't care. She got really ticked off because there's this one character who goes through the whole show, has a lot of good character growth. He ends up actually marrying a Vulcan, and him and his wife are the ones who figure out that Vulcans and humans can interbreed. And in the very last episode, in the last like 10 to 15 minutes of the whole show finale, for some reason the ship gets boarded and he decides he has to be the one to save it, and he ends up distracting the pirates in a way. He like gets them into a tiny room and causes an explosion to kill the pirates and kills himself in the process for no reason in the last 15 minutes of the show, with no real stakes behind any of it.
Yeah.
So
no, people were pissed about that. People were very mad about the last episode of Enterprise.
Yeah, no, it's really stupid. To me, it's just like, I have a real problem with shows, and I feel like this is more of our end of the episode chat, but whatever, you're here now, you're going to keep listening. I have a real problem with shows that don't allow their characters to grow or to stay grown, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like, that 70s show, for the first season was a little rough, and then like the next 3 or 4 seasons were actually really good. I quite liked them up until the point where they graduated high school. And I appreciated that they were actually, aging them and pushing them to new things instead of having them perpetually in their like junior year of high school, right? They were actually kind of pushing them through. And then they graduate high school, and there's been a ton of character development and a ton of growth. Steven's turning into a decent person. I don't even remember the main character because he just disappointed me so hard by the end of it. They're all like growing and becoming better. And then for some reason they all revert hardcore. Like, before he graduates, Eric, that's his name. Eric is like, oh, I'm gonna do all this great stuff. I have a lot of like motivation. And then he graduates, and somehow the writers are like, nah, I'm gonna take a gap year and do nothing and just smoke weed all day. And it's like, what? Where did this come from? And like, they break up relationships that have been mainstays that have caused character growth. They just ruin all of the growth that the characters have had the whole time, to the point where the show is unrecognizable in its final season. Like, Eric, the main character, isn't there for the final season. They write him off as teaching somewhere in Africa. They try to have a replacement Eric who's the worst person known to man. The stoner hippie dude becomes a permanent cast member for the whole season. It's just a nightmare. It's so bad. And I just have such a problem with shows that can't let their characters grow and stay grown and acknowledge their growth and stick with it. It bugs me.
It's kind of the same thing with Stranger Things.
Stranger Things did the
same thing to Hopper.
Yeah.
Like, Hopper was like a really solid character for season 1 and 2, and then season 3 he just reverts, and then every season after that he just keeps reverting.
Yeah. Zach, on your comment, How I Met Your Mother is like the epitome of that, right? Where the entire show is building up to, this is how I met the mother of my children, and then, psych, by the way, this woman I cannot have a good relationship with, I'm asking to have another relationship with. It's all actually just to get back with her. It's like, really? What's the point here? This is stupid.
That's why I like the alternate ending,
where they just ignore that.
Yeah, it straight up has them where they meet on the tracks and they start talking as a different monologue, and it fades out from there, and it's like, that's how I met your mother, and then boom, that's it, it's done.
That would be nice. I also just have a problem with Barney's character.
I
understand having a character who's like not a great person, even for like comedic purposes, but after a while it just but after a while it just rubs me the wrong way, man. It's like, have more parts of your personality, please, instead of just womanizer.
Bad people can be good things, and good people can do bad things.
Yeah.
True that.
All right, well, we are an advice show. We do give people great advice, and I've been kind of itching to give some great advice. How do you guys feel?
Sure. Let's do it.
Great. Well, our first question was submitted by a listener, our very own wonderful, amazing Melly. Hi, Melly. Time for your question. So Melly asks us a hypothetical that she wants our thoughts on. How would you play a commander deck, with one of every single printed non-unset card. What is your ideal first hand? And ignore the fact that this is incredibly illegal and wouldn't be even fun for anyone, including yourself.
First off, I'm playing this in digital.
Yeah, let's first talk about the logistics of this here, Millie, right? Because you are asking for, let me really quick,
over 30,000
MTG cards are there 2026. As of March 2026, there are approximately 29,170 unique cards. Thickness of MTG cards. Standard Magic the Gathering cards are
about an
0.3 millimeters thick. So if we say 0.3,
about an inch is about 80 cards.
All right, so I'm getting.
I know this because one of the shops I go to, they buy bulk, and how they get bulk is they go about an inch is between 80 and 100 cards. So if we want to be generous, we do 80. If we want to be more conservative, we could do 100.
After some quick math,
I measured myself in high school.
Yeah.
After some quick math, Nelly, this deck that you have presented to us is 26 and a half feet tall.
Excellent.
That we are ignoring legalities, and because of that, I'll ignore the fact that the rule is you have to shuffle unassisted.
No, you have to be able to shuffle in a reasonable amount of time.
Oh, is that the rule? Okay.
Now you can have assistance if needed.
That makes sense, actually. That's
nice.
You
just need to be able to shuffle in a reasonable amount of time, which that many cards you cannot shuffle in a reasonable amount of time to have any sort of randomness.
And this is, by the way, without sleeves. With sleeves, I believe we're looking at 60 feet or more of cards. And you better hope they're not new sleeves, because then you have about a 3-foot pile on top of the table.
Oh, yeah. We're going to have we're going to get drowned in freshly sleeved cards.
Yep. So
we should probably double sleeve them just to keep them safe.
Triple sleeve, why not?
Safe.
100 feet of cards. Screw it. Why don't we send all of these to PSA and slab them? Slab them all.
Heck yeah.
There you go.
Put them all in the hard protective plastic slabs.
This is why we play. This is why we play it digitally.
Hang on, I actually want to do the math on that.
Need to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh, because there's a reason that there are deck maximums now. It's because a Yu-Gi-Oh player brought a 2,222 card deck to a tournament and was able to shuffle it with the judge's help. And so it was a legal deck to play, but the whole point was to stall matches because of how much time it took to shuffle.
Right.
And so basically Konami, the people who made the game, was like, all right, we're having a maximum limit and a minimum limit now to prevent this from happening.
Real quick, I did the math if the entire deck was PSA graded in slabs. Standard PSA slabs are about 0.27 inches, so your deck is going to be now 652 feet tall. So
excellent.
Again, we are looking at playing in a 65-story skyscraper. Minimum.
Hey, Nathaniel. Hey.
Yeah.
1,
what's up?
2, 3. Nerd.
Nerd.
Nerd. He did the math. Nerd. That's a suburb for that. They did the math.
Anyway, it's the logistics are a nightmare of this deck. It would be insane. So I'm with Nathaniel. We're playing on Tabletop Simulator is what we're doing. We are full digital this.
Yeah.
I would cry having to shuffle that.
Although theoretically,
I'd cry having to shuffle 100 cards already.
You could register that deck in an MTGO tournament, couldn't you?
Yeah. I've seen people do battle.
Does Magic have a deck limit?
No, MTGO I think doesn't even have an
standard
deck limit.
Like a standard deck, you could have as many cards as you want as long as they're standard legal.
Yep. I have played in modern tournaments with a Battle of Wits deck. It was 242 cards. I had to do a weird sea lion clap motion with my arms in order to get the deck to shuffle, because you put the deck between your forearms and then you just kind of smush them together and it shuffles the whole stack. And my friend was
explain
hey,
that to me as if I was a baby penguin.
If you're a baby penguin. Okay, so if you're a baby penguin, you're going to put the stacks between your legs and you're going to squish with your thighs. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
You know, like how you sit
I've seen this one before.
It's basically like that. That's how it's going to work if you're kind of thinking about it as a baby penguin. But
good to know.
most mammals have these forelimbs that they can use for stuff. Yours are a little bit small and mostly used for swimming, so it won't work for you.
Yeah.
But you can use your
that's true.
thighs. I believe in you.
All right. So we have solved the logistics of this problem, and that is we're going to play on Tabletop Simulator. Now, what is your ideal first hand in this deck
Lance.
of everything?
Lance.
Demonic Consultation, Thassa's Oracle,
Okay,
Fast
you
mana,
coward.
and I'm done. I win.
You
No,
Turn
coward.
0.
Zach, you can't win. You have every single card. No
Yeah.
You
matter
can't name a card with Demonic
no.
Consultation because you have all the cards.
If we're doing commander rules, you name demonic consultation.
That's
You
fair.
don't have another one.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
what do you name? What do you name?
You have to name one of
Since
the cards you
every
just
card, you have
played.
Yeah.
a name Thassa's Oracle.
By the way,
Yeah.
this deck still only has 6 basic lands.
See,
Perfect
that's
mana
why
base.
the ideal hand is all lands, because you know you're going to be able to play some things.
You will draw, not lands, statistically speaking.
Yeah, that is
You have
true.
a hand full of all 5 basics, a City of Brass, and a Mana Confluence. You're set. You're good.
Yeah.
You can play
Yeah.
almost anything that you're going to draw.
My
Yeah.
perfect hand is just Exodia, and I win.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. This is a big ask.
I think if we're talking strictly about ideal first hand for winning the game instantly, it is obviously just hoping for land,
Lotus. No.
Black Lotus, Demonic
No, you just-
Consultation,
Yeah,
Thassa's
it's legal
Oracle.
here.
Like, you just
need,
bam, 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 win.
If you have Black Lotus, I guess you could use a land. That would work too. But I was thinking, like, if you had like not Mana Confluence, Manamorphose.
Oh, yeah, you could have
could do
used
that.
Manamorphose.
True.
But,
Yeah.
But at this point, it doesn't matter how big your deck is. Like the perfect hand to win the game turn 0 is already a possibility.
yeah.
A very small
I think-
possibility.
I
I'm
think
not
you
doing the
want
math on
An
that.
early draw engine of
Yeah.
some kind. This is the only way you're going to get any cards that actually matter.
Yeah, I think you're hoping for something like a Ristic Study in your opening hand. Because otherwise,
Statistically speaking, you're just getting garbage.
Yeah.
You're gonna get garbage.
you
in
are
your
going
hand
to
no
have
matter what.
so many bad cards in your hand. You need a way to churn through those.
Abundance.
6/6, no abilities. Nice.
Yeah. Another
I-
Colossal
one
Dreadnought.
mana 1/1s.
Yeah. Now, what would you...
So many vanilla creatures.
If this is a hypothetical commander deck, then, with one of everything in the game, who's your commander?
I wanna cheat. I want to cheat and say Momir.
Yeah, Momir would be
Specifically the Arena/MTGO version of Momir.
where you discard a card and then you get
Something. Or you could do the Heroes of the Realm Momir, where you... Oh, did you count any of the Heroes of the Realm cards? I
I
don't know if
just
those
did
are
a
counted
Google
there.
search for how many cards have been printed, and it gave me
Okay.
29,000. It's probably a touch lower because Melly did specify unset cards are not allowed.
Unset cards.
So it's probably in the realm of just 28,000 instead, but still,
Okay.
it's still over a
Because-
600-foot deck, like slabbed in
then-
PSA.
yeah. Then I'll cheat and say Momir, because then I can, with my hand of 7 lands, steal your stuff to win off of your deck.
Yeah, okay.
Well, because if we didn't, or if we did have the unset cards, I think the best card in your starting hand would be Approach of the Second Sun.
Form of
where
the
you
Approach
become,
of the
like, your
Second
library.
Sun?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Form of Approach is the Second Sun, because then your whole library is you, and if it falls, then
Yeah,
Good
let
luck.
me read this
Then you get
to
a
you
cry.
guys so that you know what we're talking about. There was a card printed in Infinity called Form of the Approach of the Second Sun. It's a 5-mana enchantment, obviously not legal in any format. When this
Whoa.
enchantment enters
Bracket
the
one.
battlefield, you gain 7 life. You become a card until you leave your library or that library is shuffled. Put yourself 7th from the top, balancing the cards on top of you on your head. When you draw yourself, you win the game. When one or more cards fall off your head, exile them and all cards on your head, then sacrifice this enchantment. So, you are
This makes it a lot
basically...
easier. You only have to have 6 cards on your head.
You cast this card, take the elevator to the 64th floor, grab the next 6 cards off the top, take them back down to the ground floor where you're playing, put those 6 slabs on top of your head, and if they ever fall, this whole thing was pointless.
Or shuffle your library.
Or shuffle your library. Oh my gosh, shuffling the 650-foot stack of cards. How do you do that? Do you
We
just
will
get like
reconvene next month.
Very
Thank you very
carefully.
much.
do you get like one of those industrial shuffle, like those shakers that kind of like condense things into a single track? You just like knock them all over into that and then let it stack itself back up?
You build a conveyor belt for like industrial food prep, like making
Yeah.
things in a thing, and then you just have the thing, put the slabs on, and you have a robot that flips them so they're all face down, and at the end it just stacks them up in a pile.
Yeah.
Or just hire people to do it for you. Everyone
That's
takes
a lot
a
of
card
people you gotta hire.
and shuffle the best you can. Yeah.
I think my commander I would like is Garth One Eye. Just because if we're gonna have a 5-color deck, I think it'd be funny to get the guy that was like the first mascot of Magic. He was in a lot of the early Magic novels, and so I think it would be really fun to have him in the head. You know,
What's better than one Black Lotus?
2 Black
Two Black
Lotuses.
Lotuses.
Exactly. So yeah, I hope this answered your question.
Commander-wise, it'd be hard. I
It's
can't think of
tricky.
any commanders that would be.
Any 5-color commander is gonna do, really.
Sliver King,
Sliver
or whatever,
Queen.
the Cascade one.
We haven't had
Oh,
Sliver
first
King
Sliver.
yet. That
Ooh,
would
there we
be
go.
interesting. This is a bit of a nightmare, but you've created this monster, so good luck. I dare you, Melly,
Indeed.
to create this as a Mox Field list of one of every commander legal card, or just one of
You
every
might crash
card,
the site.
and then put it into Mox Field as a list, and then upload it to a tabletop simulator game and see what happens.
True.
That
RAM's
would be-
expensive right now. Don't break your RAM though, please.
Yeah.
Don't.
Don't do that.
I don't have
That's a
more
bad idea.
laptop RAM for you, so don't bust it. Before we move on to the next question, this week we have some sponsors, so we're going to go ahead and cut to those real quick before we move on to our next questions.
Today's episode of Manabonded is sponsored by Oko's Petting Zoo. Come for the animals, you'll leave transformed.
Whoa, wonderful. Ad over.
What a great
Oh my goodness!
ad.
I would purchase that ad in 2 seconds if I could.
I already
Wow.
have.
Yeah. It's
Without
pretty great
this
product.
ad, I don't know if I would be here right now. This ad saves my life.
Our next question is from the EDH subreddit, from user Key University 9881. Simple, legible. I appreciate it.
Do you think the university is like about keys, or is it like just the key to a university
Ooh,
of some
a
kind?
locksmith.
Or
I think it's
I mean,
a lock
Strixhaven's right around the corner.
I think it's
so,
a
like,
lock
I
picking
mean-
university. I think it is.
Nice.
I'm in.
Ooh, there you go.
The
there you go.
lock-picking
You have to have like
lawyer
a certain
is the
amount of
alumni.
Skyrim hours to pass your class.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the title of this person's question is, how do I politely tell someone that they suck at deck building?
Step 1, don't do it politely. Just tell them to suck.
So the post says, so I have this coworker that thinks his brews are hot stuff, but I think he just Googled the most annoying cards and threw them in a deck. All of his decks are bracket 4, but my bracket 1 and 2 decks are beating him 60% of the time. He runs almost no interaction, and most of his decks have about 7 game changers. He keeps bugging me to bring in my stronger decks, but I don't want to steamroll the guy. I even tried to give him some advice to improve his deck, but he smugly told me I didn't know what I was talking about. Alright, Key University, so first things first, he has offered you a challenge. No, he has slapped you in the face with a metaphorical glove, claiming that you don't know what you're talking about.
And he threw away the key to your university.
I think you show him what's up.
How dare he?
I think you bring out your strongest brew and you just slap him around a little until he realizes that, no, he kind of does suck at Magic, you know?
See, I think you could also go with another way to go, hey, can I see that deck? And then get a real good look at his deck and then build it yourself, but make it 1,000 times better. And then walk in and be like, hey, this is what your deck should actually look like. And then stomp him to the ground with it.
Yeah.
And then print off the little meme of like the Peacekeeper and the other guy. But he's me, but better. Or like he does what I do, but better.
Oh, yeah. What does he do? He does what I do, but better. Yeah.
But better. Yeah. And it's like, this is me building your deck. but better.
Quick notice, if he is just pulling things off the game changer that people say are really strong, there are 2 decent pieces of interaction on this list. And I say decent. It's just aura
That's true.
shards and farewell.
Yeah.
I don't see other removal, like Orcish Bowmasters, technically, humility.
Can be.
Exactly.
Can be.
But yeah. So yeah, if his deck doesn't run removal, like spot removal or any sort of interaction, you build a combo deck, an incredibly fast, efficient combo deck. Because if he's not going to interact with you, what's to stop you with just goldfishing a win on turn 2? And if he interacts with you, then you change up your deck so that you interact back. And you show him, no, this is how we play now. And now you've tricked him into playing interaction and building better. It's that easy.
Yep. You can do what I think I've talked about before, is when I had got more into EDH and had actually played with more people, got more into the interaction. I was playing with an older group of friends. They had like no interaction. So every single game, or most of the time, most games, I ended up winning because I had interaction and stopped them, and they didn't have interaction to stop me. And so every time I interact and stop them, I'm like, you should play more interaction.
Yeah, if you don't like the fact that I'm interacting, you interact back. Counterspells, protective equipment, like anything. Literally anything to turn this into not solitaire.
Yeah.
I was listening to the EDH Recast podcast this morning at work. I really do enjoy their stuff. Not every episode is for me, I think, but they had one today on Commander hot takes, which I loved. And one of the hot takes was that people need to stop complaining about interaction, and the people who do complain about interaction need to realize that Commander is not 4-player solitaire. You know, we're not just...
Interaction's what makes the game the game.
It's what makes it
Yeah.
fun.
That's the strategy part of it. It's like,
Yeah.
Can I push here? Can I get this to resolve? Do I need to be worried about this or that or this?
Do I
or
need
that?
to bluff a counter spell? Do I need to play a strong thing that I don't want to resolve so that I can get the other thing that I do want to resolve out? And
Exactly.
there's a lot of stuff that I think people complain about with the game that are just parts of this game and are not going anywhere. And if you
Right.
struggle with it, if it bugs you to no end that people can counterspell anything you cast or instant speed remove your hard-earned permanents, then you need to do one of 2 things. You need to either build your deck better so that that doesn't happen anymore, or find a new game, because we're not changing how we play.
Yeah.
And like,
There's lots
True.
of single
Very, very
player
true.
games you can play.
there is, I'll talk about one later that I am in love with, a new single player card game. But I really do think, like, I don't want people to leave this game because they're frustrated with people interacting with them and them feeling like it's not fair. So truly, if you are one of those people who gets mad at counterspells or gets mad at removal, there are parts of this game that are built to counteract that. Everything in this game has counterplay. Everything in this game has, opposites. There is a way to stop everything. Just find it and put it in.
Hexing Squelcher would like to know your location.
Dude, Hexing Squelcher, Vexing Shusher,
Yeah, there's a lot of
Allosaurus
options.
Shepherd, all 3 of those cards say that your spells can't be countered to some extent. They're expensive.
Yep.
But again, if you're playing Commander casually, even just casual Commander with your pod, I don't think they'd be too mad if you're proxying up to a point.
Well, and then also there's just other cards that will do it. There's a couple 2-drop creatures that are just like your creature spells can't be countered.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of options that are on the budget, even if your group says, no, I don't really like playing with proxies. You could still play cards that stop people from countering your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things like
100%.
Destiny Spinner is a great budget option, I believe. Destiny Spinner.
Ooh,
Let me
yep.
check the price on that.
Yep.
Enchantments and creatures can't be countered.
Yeah, Destiny Spinner's $1. Go get one.
Or find
Or
a
you
player
could
who
get
has a lot,
10.
and they'll probably just give you one because
Yeah.
It's $1.
I think I probably have like 20 Destiny Spinners lying around. And if you're like, hey, I really need a Destiny Spinner, I could be like, I got you.
That's how I was with the Tyam Discord when they talked about Acacian Money Changers. So a really great card in the Tyam deck, we've talked about it before, is Acacian Money Changer, but it's a Fallen Empire's common that is just a weird card that not a lot of people have. I got a old collection of cards from my uncle that had a lot of Fallen Empires cards, and I had at one point like 9 or 10 Acacian Money Changers. And I've offered them multiple times to people in the server who are like just getting into TIAM and need an Acacian Money Changer. I'm like, I got you. Let me know
Like,
where to
boom.
send it.
That's fair.
I think I'm running out,
Those weird cards.
but
I
like,
think I'm running out.
if I
Gotta
have any
restock.
left, what I think I want to do is if we run into the play to win guys ever, I'm gonna give an Acacian Money Changer to Dylan and be like, this is your first step in building Tyam. You need this card. I have signed it for you, so you know who did this to you.
I like it.
That's funny.
I like it. I've got a different way Key University can go.
Yeah.
Clearly, Key University has gone to the Key University and has had the opportunity to take a few classes at that university, I assume. Maybe your coworker didn't have that opportunity. Maybe wasn't able to get to Key University. Maybe just Locke University, or maybe another kind of college or school. Maybe just entry level. So I think maybe using your experience of classes and brewing, you could help teach him a little bit better cackles. Maybe where to get good warts for your brewing, your witch's brew. You can maybe like go to the store with them and help them kind of find the good eyes of the newts, the good frog legs. Get a little bit better at brewing. I think that might be a good way to go about it. Just help experience and make them a better brewer, and also you get some good soup. So
Good soup.
Good
soup.
win-win.
I think that'll help. You guys ready for our final question?
Yeah, let's go.
We are churning through these, but that's okay because I've got quite a few things I need to gush about in the end step. So, last question we're getting to today from the EDH subreddit. Once more, username virtual_u4010. That sounds like an AI bot that I don't want to mess with, but I hope you're real. This post is titled, The Arms Race at My LGS. Recently at my LGS, there has been a fair number of, quote, new people. Not new, but decently new to Magic. Most of their decks are precons, somewhere in the bracket 2 to 3 range. We play very casually, and there are about 10 of us who play regularly. We play pretty slow decks, and it takes a while for the game to end, usually by turn 10 plus. We like this style of play, and we are pretty good at keeping games tooth and nail, where you aren't really sure who will win as we all get low and swing at each other at every opportunity. Politics and alliances are very common if someone steps out of line, a real fun time if you ask me. But over the course of the last month, a few players have gotten really deep into optimizing and just getting/proxying the best cards for their deck. I like to ask if we are playing slow or fast before we start the game so I know what deck to bring out. Bracket 2 or 3, nobody really plays 4 or more here. Even our fastest decks are usually nothing but mid-bracket 3. Anyway, I could go into depth about this, but honestly it doesn't matter. I just wanted to know what approach I could go to with to tell them that I don't really like playing with them. Turn 6 win combos or crapping out your whole deck consistently every game and killing everyone might be fun for you, but people don't really like to get pub stomped in casual matches. I tried the pregame talk and was told we are playing something slower just to get turn 7 swung at for 70 plus damage or for them to crap out their decks and kill everyone on burn enter the battlefield triggers after I board wiped, trying to give the table a bit of breathing space. These are grown adults I'm talking to, and I'm not really sure how to get it into their heads. At this point, I'm mostly just avoiding playing with them.
Dang.
So
I've seen quite a few snail races, but an arms race, that's a little bit tougher to bet on.
yeah, they
True.
just kind of wiggle, and it's really based on who's got best
Yeah.
finger strength, who can drag along the best.
Does having your nails done make your arm better?
It depends.
Or-
Are we racing on
It's more
asphalt or
grip.
dirt? Because I
Oh,
think
that's a good
nails wouldn't
point.
help on asphalt.
Yeah.
Are you sure about that? Asphalt has bumps and little lifts
Little
on it.
bumps, but I'm
Nails
thinking
might give better grip.
classic long pointy nails, like really getting your nails done kind of stuff. I don't think that would help.
Okay, like stiletto.
Yeah, stiletto nails.
Nah.
I don't think stiletto nails are going to help on asphalt.
I'm just thinking
I know,
like
they're pretty good on
classic
offense,
nails.
though.
Offense,
are really
sure,
good on offense.
sure. If we're allowing
Yeah.
the rules to allow you to attack other players, you're fine.
Well, this is underground arms racing. We're gonna have there's no rules. Like
That's true. It does
What
get
do you
messy.
what are you doing? Yeah.
They don't set up the splash zone for nothing.
That's true.
It's true.
That's true.
This is tough, and I think I've got some bad news for Virtual U. I think Nobody's the jerk in this story. I really don't think. I think this is a miscommunication, and I think this is a misunderstanding on your end about what bracket 2 and 3 is, truly.
Yeah. I was thinking the turn 7 swung for 70 damage felt a
Yeah.
Yeah.
To get
normal?
killed on turn 7 by somebody doing a 70 damage swing is very bracket 2, bracket 3. That's a
very
little
casual.
slow for bracket 3, you know?
That's a very bracket 3 thing, because if you look at the thing, it's they're trying to win on turn 6 or 7.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
very standard bracket 3. There could be an argument for it being a little fast for bracket 2, but I think they're mostly trying to play it in a bracket 1 kind of setup, and
That's a little more messed up. Yeah. Bracket 1, we're over here with Exodia, all right? Like,
but I think
what do you want from us?
The issue Virtual U is having is he doesn't think he's playing in bracket 1. He really thinks he's playing a bracket 3 level. And he said even our fastest decks are nothing but mid bracket 3. From what it sounds like, I don't even think your fast decks are going to be good in mid bracket 3. Like, if you're not prepared for a turn 7 lethal attack, if you haven't interacted enough to stop that or to prepare to take the hit or block somehow, I don't think you're ready for bracket 3. I don't think your deck is there.
You don't even have a Spore Frog? What are you doing?
Right, Spore Frog. Fog effects, highly underrated. Really, you want to blow out a game of Commander, you hold back a bunch of blockers when somebody else goes for an Alpha Strike, you will win that game more often than not.
I'm a big fan of, like, Ink Shield, I think it's the name of it.
Oh, yeah,
it's like
dude.
You make the little
Ink Shield is
goobers
so
and prevent
good.
the
Ink
damage.
Shield's great.
Or like Illusionary's Gambit or something like that, where you have to like attack, but they don't attack you.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
they have to attack someone else. So it's like not. It's just pushing it away from you.
Yeah,
but it's still like letting them do their thing.
Yeah,
Ink Shield is one of my favorites because with where I play, if you take somebody out, you get a point or a token or whatever, and it does better for you prizing out at the end of the night. So what I've actually done is somebody's at 5, they're like, somebody else goes, I want the point, and they swing at them, and I go, and they overswing too. They're like, I'm just going to all out swing at you and see what happens. I just go, Ink Shield. Now I have 22-1 flyers that I can kill everybody else with on my turn.
Yep.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah. I really do think Virtual U, you're in the wrong bracket. And I don't want this to come off as you need to change how you play. If you enjoy if you enjoy the crazy long games where you're going 10 plus turns, tooth and nail the whole way, if you're enjoying that, please keep playing that. But I think you need to start
bracket 1, play bracket 2.
I think you need to start telling people it's a bracket 1 game. Really. Because I think that's what it is. A 10 plus turn game, like, since Commander 2014 is not really that common in the space anymore. Like, we have the tools and the abilities to close out games within the first 5 or 6 turns. Somebody is going out of the game.
Even with the newer precons, they're just so good. Like,
they absolutely truck people.
Going back and being the devil's advocate here, like I feel like I kind of am with this. A bracket 3.
Does that make Josh my shoulder angel and you my shoulder devil?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna climb up on there awkwardly for the first 5 minutes.
In all reality, though, I'm more of the angel of this situation, and Josh is more of the devil. Like, he's saying deal with it. I'm like, hold on a second.
That's fair. That's fair.
But with the bracket system as set up, you are expecting to win around 6 or 7. So,
which is about where that is,
Which is about where they swung with the amount of damage. So it sounds like the person was playing a bracket 3 deck, and losing on turn 5, while it could happen for some people, shouldn't be the most common in a bracket 3 pod.
Yeah.
Like, in a good game, that can happen. A bracket 3 deck can pop off real hard, win super early. But on average, you're hoping that the game lasts at least 6 or 7 turns.
Yeah, and I do think the estimate that they give about your games should be about 7 turns. It doesn't mean that everyone will stay alive for those 7 turns.
Correct.
It just means there won't be a victor in those 7 turns.
Right.
It means that by the 7th turn, it might be down to 2 people.
Like, you could build a deck that just its entire life goal is to kill 1 person pretty quick.
So
you could do that very easily.
You're talking about my werewolf deck?
But, like, you can do that. And then, like, cool, the game's over in 2-3 turns. But now okay, what next?
Right?
Yep.
When I play Kindred Werewolves, it is I am a rabid dog. I am biting onto your leg until you are dead, and then I'm going after somebody else.
Yeah.
And then I go to the next angle.
the-
Yeah.
That's the only way that deck wins is by choosing somebody, but like, sorry, buddy, you drew the short straw this game, and you're
Yeah.
done.
I think this problem can be easily solved with your final statement here at the end. At this point, I'm mostly just avoiding playing with them. Yeah, buddy. I think there's your answer. If this is an LGS where pods are not pre-constructed, like they're not organized, and you can kind of just sit down and it's an open play night, that's your answer. Just avoid games with them and don't play with people you don't want to play with. Nobody's going to force you unless you've signed up for a tournament, and then that's on you. But at an open play situation, just pick different people to play with. Pick other people who also like this very low power style. And if you do end up playing with them, either because you have to, like, you got paired or there was just nobody else, just understand that, like, you are playing at a bracket 1 level, and that's okay. There is nothing wrong with being at a bracket 1 power if that's what you really like. If you have
Yeah.
fun in bracket 1, dude, enjoy it.
Play bracket 1 and
Bracket
have fun
1
playing.
Bracket 1 is one of the last few spaces where you can really enjoy some of the wackiest play styles and some of the silliest cards, right? Like, it's just there's not a lot of other spaces for cards that used to be good but aren't, or big spells that are just too expensive and don't do enough. You know, people talk about like an 8
Yeah.
mana spell needs to win you the game. So what do you do with all the 8 mana spells that don't? And I think bracket 1's the spot for it, man. If you want to play bracket 1, play bracket 1, be proud of playing bracket 1, and tell people you're going to play bracket 1.
I would
Yeah.
also probably suggest like being open to playing with them again later down the line, because
Yeah.
people do learn from their mistakes. They do become better players and better people. I would hope, not
Yeah.
always, but like be open to giving them another chance after they've kind of figured their stuff out. You know,
Yeah.
like don't just write them off instantly, like forever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it is absolutely your right to play with whoever you want to play. So if you don't like playing with someone, don't play with them.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Exactly.
That's the
Like
joy of
like you said in your post, these are grown adults. Like you shouldn't have to be their dad or like parent to make them have a good time playing a game. Like
yeah. It's you don't have to. Well, you can't really. You can't force somebody to play the way that you want and have a good time. You know, you can
Another
sit
suggestion-
somebody down and say, "You're gonna play bracket 1 with me with this chair typal deck. This is your deck now." They're probably not gonna have fun with it if that's not what they wanted to do.
Sure.
You know, is there a way to make a mono white chair typal deck with the promo Aerith as your commander?
I doubt it.
That
I doubt it, but I am looking into trading in cards, so I can get that Aerith, because my mono white Aerith deck is totally built around doing exactly that. I am going to get her massive, and I'm going to beat you over the head with her.
Amazing.
Yes,
I think
she's
another
going to beat you
suggestion
with the chair.
with this arms race, go get a nuke. Just finish the race, you know? Just be like, hey, here's my CDH deck. Destroy them. like, like if either force everyone to be the best or do the best they can, or just realize how stupid an arms race is and be like, yeah, maybe we are not ready for this.
That is definitely another option.
You can also work out your arms a little bit more, you know, make sure they're race
It's
ready.
true. You gotta get those arms.
A nutritional
beefed up.
diet.
Yep.
All natural
Nutrition
food
is
for your
important.
hands. Pretty important. Got to keep them moisturized.
Yes.
That asphalt.
Get one of those.
could definitely
Get
do
one of
some
those
damage to your
those little hand squeezer thingies, so you can get that grip strength up.
Yeah. A shake weight.
gonna be
Shake
important.
weight's really good at keeping your strength up.
Hey guys, I have great news. There
Yeah.
are 88 white cards where the illustrations
With
have
a
a
chair.
chair.
In the art.
Yep.
Oh shoot.
Mono
This is
white
doable.
chairs can happen, boys.
This is a real possibility.
All right, Josh. That's up to you.
Guys, you can have Acacian Money Changer in the deck. One of the arts for
One of the
Acacian
arts
Money
has a
Changer has a chair.
Yeah.
This
Speak of
is
the devil.
awesome.
It is the barrel-chested one, right?
No, it's the sort of Van Gogh
Just do
person.
a Scryfall search for chair.
Yes, so the exact syntax I had to use was art : chair. And then I also added Commander :W to get only Commander white cards. And then it also added to say that it's only in paper, so no arena cards. But yeah, there's a lot of like mono white legal cards. There's enough you can make a deck out of it.
That just reminded me of a thing that I want to ask you guys for
Ask away.
kind of just a fun question. This is a Zack style
I'm ready.
question.
Oh, I love
If-
these questions. I love
If
these.
you could have any arena only card in paper, which card would it be?
I don't know if this is really a Zack question. See,
It's
I was
kinda-
expecting more like if I had to make a boat out of Magic cards.
Oh,
What kind of
true,
boat
true,
would
true.
I make?
That is
Like
more of a Zack
that
question.
feels like more of a Zack
This
question.
is like
That's what I was
this is like
thinking about.
this is like a Zack question melded with a me question.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
An
hybrid
arena
question.
only. God,
An arena only card.
the stupid green cat that makes lands copies. That thing is so stupid, and I hate it so much, but it's so good. It like conjures a copy of a land or something like that.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even know what you're
Forest?
talking about, dude.
You don't want
Uh,
to know what I'm talking about. This is PTSD.
We already got mine. The main one that I wanted, Mr. Clock. Rusco.
Yeah,
We got some
Rusco.
clocks. But aside from that, I really like one of the new legends that came out with Edge of Eternities. It is a one that when it enters the battlefield, you conjure a land from its like land list, and it gives you just all the cool legendary lands. It lets you choose which
that's
one
kinda
you
cool.
want.
Hmm.
That one's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I got him. Myth Weaver Pock. P-O-Q. 4 mana, three colors, 1 green for a star stat line. Mythweaver Pock's power is toughness is equal to the number of lands you control. Whenever one or more non-token lands enter the battlefield under your control, for each of them, conjure a duplicate of it onto the battlefield. This ability triggers only once each turn.
What the heck? That's so good.
Escape Shift, double lands. Hello. Yeah, no, this card is dumb, and it literally, as your commander,
One
pays
or
for
more.
itself. Yeah,
One or more.
yeah,
It
yeah.
even works with Escape Shift. That's so dumb.
That's
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
You know, landfall is already pretty freaking good. Hello, double lands, cool.
This is
Yeah.
why I don't like alchemy cards, dude.
Well, if it was a real one, it wouldn't be alchemy. That's what the question was.
That's right. I'm making you deal with your hate of alchemy.
Yeah, come on, Josh, get with the arms race.
See, I understand why they have cards that are arena only, because the rules along with conjure and
It's a cool idea. Like Conjure's a cool mechanic that like it makes sense in an online format. It's super easy to do that way. And like it's a cool mechanic. I think it's really sweet having like a deck of cards or like a sideboard quotation marks of like conjure from this spell book or stuff like that.
right.
I really think alchemy is just because someone at the Magic Arena team got jealous of their buddies playing Hearthstone. And they're like, hey, how come we can't do cool stuff like that in Magic? And they're like, because it's a digital format. We can't do that if it's not a digital format. And they're like, what if it was a digital format? And then they turned it into a digital format, and now we have that.
So is Josh refusing to answer the question?
No, I'm trying to figure out how to search on Scryfall all of the alchemy cards.
I got you.
Yeah.
Here, let me throw
World
it up.
Weave. Whenever you cast a creature spell, seek a land card and put it onto the battlefield tapped.
Oh, thank you, Nate.
For 3 mana enchantment. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Because I had one in mind. That's why I threw out the guy that makes the tokens. I'm just trying to find him.
This is also just counting. There are some real paper cards in this mix, but there's also just like cards that they have adjusted.
Yeah, this counts all the cards that they adjusted for it. You can also just look at the cards with the A. That is kind of how they signify alchemy specific cards for most of it.
I do like intensity as well. I think that's a cool mechanic that you can't really do in paper, but like works well.
I'm not familiar with that.
So it's like starting intensity, like Hymn to the Ages, 2 mana, instant. Starting intensity 1, draw a number of cards equal to the spell's intensity. All chorus cards you own intensify by 1. So it's like tracking counter on it throughout the whole game and not just it's a permanent or on the field. It's kind of like the Golgari guy who like all the counters stay on him even a few
Oh
weeks ago in the
yeah.
move zones. It's kind of like that, but like
Yeah.
for cards.
Right. And you'd have to track that with like experience counters or some kind of counters that go on you if you were trying to
Yeah,
do
like
it in
on
paper.
paper, it doesn't make as much sense on how to actually track that well.
Right.
But like in digital format, it's just like, oh, the card has one counter on it.
My eventual goal is to have enough cards that conjure cards into my deck or my graveyard and stuff that
Mhm.
I can win with Battle of Wits in Brawl on Arena by conjuring more than 200 cards into my deck.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, I just need them to do Battle of Wits and then enough cards that actually conjure stuff.
Yeah, I do like that they can balance cards as well through alchemy, like the One Ring costing 1 mana to tap on
Yeah.
alchemy. Like being able to fix mistakes like that are probably a good thing.
It is helpful to
And-
have
and
that.
I don't like that it's different than the paper version though, because I think that's
Yeah.
kind of confusing for
It
most
makes it
part.
hard for when they try to do an event that is like, oh, this is an arena event that gets you ready for this other
Mhm.
event, but the other event is paper. And so the cards you're
Yeah.
playing in arena might not be the exact same
Not
cards you're
even the
playing in
same.
paper.
All right, found it.
All right, ready.
I found
Give
what
it
I
to us.
want. And you guys are going to be so mad at me for this because this is just
Wait,
classic
let me open my mouth up like Kirby. I'm ready.
All right.
All right, give it to me.
Indris, the Hydrostatic Surge. 4 blue, red. 6 mana for a 5/5 legendary creature, Otter Incarnation. When Indris, the Hydrostatic Surge, enters, conjure
this
a
one.
card named Lightning Bolt into your library. It perpetually gains Storm. Then shuffle. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, draw a card.
Yep, that sounds
Yeah,
like a
like
very Josh
you can't
card.
do that. You can't do that outside of like
So
a digital
I,
magic.
I get to cast. Here's what I would do with this deck. It's a blue-red blink deck. I'm just gonna
Yep.
blink Indris forever, make a billion lightning bolts, throw them
Just
at
place your
you
kids.
True.
one after another. Oh, this deck would be incredible.
That deck wants Displacer Kitten something awful.
Ah, crap. Yeah. Do I have any
Oh,
mythic
yeah.
cards on Arena left? I need to build this.
Oh man.
Okay, first of all,
You're welcome,
it's a
Wizards.
giant otter incarnation,
right?
like a storm otter. Like
It
how
is a
cool is that? First of
massive
all? Yeah,
otter.
that's badass. Okay, yeah, that's like number one, sick ass art. Yeah, cool. Second, storm on your lightning bolts.
Yeah,
In
what
your
more
library.
do you want, dude?
Oh, and then cast instant sorcerer spell. Draw a card. Oh, cool.
Oh,
Now you're
this is
considered
incredible.
scry 1, draw 2 cards.
Guys, I'm genuinely launching Magic Arena right now to go build that. Anyway,
Building this.
Nice.
Okay, this is my
I
rule
guess
zero.
you're
commander,
welcome, Wizards of the
this,
Coast,
this
for
on.
getting
Yeah.
my co-host to play more Magic Arena.
oh, I already played a ton
Yeah,
of
we
Magic
really
Arena,
had to
but
pull his arm for that one. It was a tough
Yep.
one, but we were able to get him into Magic.
But-
Didn't have to do an arms race for it. So
you know
No,
what card
pretty well.
game I am really playing a lot of right now? Time to move to the end step because I need to vent about this game. Y'all,
I already know what it is.
Slay the Spire 2 is hot, dude.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Oh my gosh. So it dropped on Monday. We were recording on Wednesday, and I picked it up yesterday, and I was like, I'll give it a try. I really did like the first Slay the Spire. I have it on the Switch. It's not like Balatro. Like, Balatro I have installed on my Switch and my PC because I just loved it so much. I just wanted to be able to play it all the time. Slay the Spire was kind of just on my Switch because it was a game I would just pick up while we were traveling, and I'd be like, I could get a few runs in, and it was a good time. So I'm a little sad that I don't have Slay the Spire 2 on my Switch because it's not there yet. It is just in early access.
R.I.P. We're not quite there yet.
Yeah, no, we can't quite do it. But, boys, it is so fun. It is just Slay the Spire, but with 2 new characters, new levels. So it's not the same 3 stages every time. There's a different stage for the first one, and I'm sure there's more for the second and third. I just haven't quite gotten there yet. Yeah, it's so much fun. I'm having a blast with it. So if you've played Slay the Spire 1, well, let me start. If you haven't played Slay the Spire, it is a roguelike deck builder. What that means is you start the game as a pre-selected character, and you get a deck of 10 cards. On your turn, you spend an amount of energy that you get every turn it refreshes to play cards to attack enemies. Then they take a turn attacking you. And you play cards to either defend yourself or attack them or do various strategies. And as you beat enemies, you can add more cards to your deck to make your deck stronger. And it just builds and builds and builds until you get to the bosses and you're dealing hundreds of damage in a single swing, or you're comboing and playing 20 different cards in a single turn to do a bunch of damage to the whole board. It's so fun. It is a ton of fun. In the original Slay the Spire, there were 4 characters. Right? Yeah, 4 characters. Ironclad, which is like the base sort of fighter type. Silent, who is sort of like a rogue who plays a lot with like poison. The Defect, which is a robot that uses orbs as a mechanic. And then what's the Seer?
Orbs.
The Seer? I don't remember the last one's name. I rarely play her.
More orbs.
But she has like weird like stances that she can shift in and out of that give her different benefits. Anyway, in this new game, the first 3 I mentioned are still there. Ironclad, Silent, and Defect are still in the game. They have added 2 new characters as well. The first new character is one that I like the most, I think, and I'm going to try to unlock everything for first. It is the Regent. He is like an alien prince sitting on a throne that is carried by his little minions, and he never gets off his throne. Never. Even when you're resting at a campsite, he sits there on his throne, and the throne is sitting on a log while they rest. He does not leave the throne. A lot of his kit is built around, he has a secondary energy source, like stars, that he has to manage that don't regenerate. And then he also has a mechanic you can build around called the... Oh, what is it? It's basically this card that the first time you use this mechanic called Forge, it makes this card and puts it into your deck and increases the damage that card will do by whatever number. So Forge 5 means increase it by 5. And then that card exists in your hand. It will never... At the end of your turn, you normally discard your whole hand, and then at the start of the next turn, you draw a new one. This card gets to stay in your hand no matter what. After you play it, it goes to your discard, goes back in your deck, and you have to try to draw it again. So you're basically making this blade into this one-shot weapon over the course of each combat, where it'll get to the point where it's going to deal 50 damage to a single target, and so you draw it, and you're like, oh, here we go, and you hit a guy, and it wipes him out. You can get cards that are like, whenever you use a Forge ability, you get it into your hand no matter what, and whenever you cast the blade, you get to also gain block for armor, and it's so fun. He's a lot of fun. So he's the Regent. And the other new character is called the Necromancer or Necrobinder. She uses a summon, a little skeletal hand called Osti. Osti has 1 hit point, and you can play spells to give Osti more health, and Osti will also get 1 health per turn, 1 more max health per turn. Osti gets bigger, Osti can attack for you, Osti takes any unblocked damage you would receive goes to Osti first, and the rest spills over to you. So you can build it where Osti can tank for you, or you can build it where Osti is doing all of the attacking for you, and you just sit behind and block. It's a very fun. So there's new characters, new enemies to fight. Enemies have new abilities they can hit you with. And the greatest new part of all is they have a co-op version. So now you and up to 3 friends can play Slay the Spire together, and the encounters will scale with you, and you're all playing cards simultaneously. There is no, I'll play a card, then he plays a card, then he plays a card, till we all pass and we're not playing cards anymore. It is, oh, it's our turn, go, 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 go. And you all just start throwing cards at the enemy until you're all out of stuff to do and pass.
Nice.
I'm very excited. I'm trying to get a time this weekend to play Slay the Spire 2 with some of our friends and try it out co-op with them. But I am having such a good time with it, guys. Seriously, if you like... Zach, I know you're kind of into the deck builders as well. You played Wild Frost? Yeah.
I can't remember.
You played that one a lot. I know you also
I did play that one a lot.
Did you also play Across the Obelisk with us?
I was not a part of that.
Okay, you didn't play that one. That one was okay. I did enjoy that one. But yeah, I'm just a huge fan of roguelike deck builders. And so Slay the Spire is just... Slay the Spire 2, knocking it out of the park. And, fun fact, is the only other game I have ever heard of that crashed the Steam store on release.
Nice.
Only 2 games I ever knew that have crashed their Steam stores on their day 1 releases. And that was Silk Song and Slay the Spire 2. Indie developers eating good.
Well, it's also the fact that indie developers price their games at a very reasonable price. Silksong was $20.
Yep.
Yeah, and all these AAA games are like
Slay the
70,
Spire,
and
by
they're
the
not
way.
even good.
Slay the Spire is in early access right now. It's $25, but that is a one-time everything purchase. There is no DLCs. There is no buy additional characters, buy additional levels. $25, you got it for life.
It's great. I love it.
What are you guys doing?
We kind of talked about mine at the jump. Getting ready to watch the rest of season 2 of live action One Piece. Probably watch an episode tonight and finish it up.
Things about it.
Today or tomorrow.
Oh,
so good.
First season was pretty good.
Yeah. I love the show. I love One Piece. I used to be a One Piece hater, and then I watched the live action, and the live action converted me. I loved it so much I watched the whole thing in one day, the day it came out.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah. And then after that, I'm like, time to start watching the anime. I absolutely love this, and now I am completely caught up with the anime. Haven't dived into the manga yet to get fully caught up.
Thoughts on Gear 5?
I love Gear 5.
I
love Gear 5. The goofiness, the hilarious. Zach, are you a One Piece dude? Or are you just familiar with it?
I don't watch or read, but I do keep up with the story because I do like the story of it. I just never wanted to commit. I think the anime only got up to like Chopper, so like where the live action now is.
Okay. right.
So, but I keep up with like how the story's going and what's happening. Yeah, but I don't read it or watch it because I can't commit my life to that.
Right. Well, maybe I'll force you guys to try and watch it once they get the One Piece out, where it's going to make it a whole lot shorter. That will be, it's like
kind of get rid of the filler.
23 episodes instead of 70 for like the first basic arc. They're cutting out all of the in-episode filler that they have, which makes sense for a show that has been weekly for most of its run. And
season 2 just started.
I don't think anything's going to
for like the anime.
No.
Season 2 for the anime.
Season 2 hasn't even started yet. That's going to be next month.
That's crazy.
But yeah, season 1, longest one season of anime ever.
Yep. That's a lot to commit for one season. 1,000 episodes.
1,155 episodes.
I think they're going to go similar style in the live action, where it's more of a what actually matters versus
live action. They cut out a ton of stuff.
They don't really have a choice.
Right. And then they've also, like I was saying at the jump, they've changed some things around so you see people in spots where you would see them
earlier than expected.
Yeah. If you knew about, like, knowing about them, you'd see them a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I love it.
See, I used to think I was a fan of anime, and then I watched a couple more, and I'm like, I'm kind of just a fan of Full Metal Alchemist. You know?
It's a good one.
Full Metal Alchemist is goated.
I have 3 anime that I truly love, and will happily go back and watch. Full Metal Alchemist, obviously. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I should specify. Brotherhood. Angel Beats, for the nostalgia. Watched that one in high school.
Good time.
Such a fun time watching that with everybody, with like you, Zack, and our friend Michael. It was great.
So sad.
It's a very sad show, but it's so good.
Those angels do get beat.
And if you want another tearjerker, Your Lie in April is heartbreaking, dude. I would say I love music is an understatement. Like, truly, my feelings for music are incredibly strong, and I will not attempt to voice them on this podcast because we don't have nearly enough time. But, like, I love music, and the way music makes people feel, and the way creating music makes people feel. And so watching Your Lie in April, to me, I just resonated so strongly with that story and with the feelings that they expressed about how they feel making music and all this stuff. It's an incredible story. Cool. If you want to cry, watch it.
I feel a very similar way about A Silent Voice.
See, with that title, that sounds like something to cry over.
Oh man, have you not seen it?
Iconic.
No,
have you not seen it? That's like one of the iconic anime movies,
right? Okay,
dude, I barely watched all the Ghibli movies.
I need you and Bailey to watch that movie and tell me how you feel about it, because that movie, oh my gosh, is so good.
Yeah, what's it called? A Silent Voice?
A silent voice.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one
Just
of the
look up-
few
just
movies
Google
that I'm like,
sad
I want to
anime
own this
movie.
movie.
It'll be the first one. That's
Yeah.
it.
Silent voice. Okay.
Giving you a small
good.
synopsis of what's going on is it takes place. There is a deaf girl
Kids born with no
who
powers.
there's a
I'm
deaf
just
girl who comes to this school, and at first everybody's like, okay, we'll be nice to her, but slowly over time they start bullying her. One of these kids takes it a little too far, and then he ends up getting ostracized for it. And the movie kind of takes place as he's trying to like fix things. So
Okay.
it's such a good movie. I love it so much. When they had it re-release of it in the theaters, I had to go watch it because it's great because it has to do with depression, anxiety, not feeling like you fit in, the effects that community can have for people, and how like building a community can really do wonders for helping you make it through the day and want to be around. So it's I'll recommend it till the day I die. It's so good.
Yeah. It's not on Netflix, apparently, not in our country. So sail the high
Not
seas I
currently.
must.
Yep.
But
Yo ho,
Yo
Pirates
ho.
Life.
I will check it out. I read the synopsis. Yeah, redemption arcs and trying to right past wrongs, right past personal wrongs are something that I also love stories about. So I will check that out.
It's
It's very good.
So
You
good.
will like it.
Cool.
Yes. And
Have
I
a
think
tissue handy.
Right here at the end of the end step, the cleanup step, as it were, we have an announcement to make. Don't worry, we're not going anywhere. We're not leaving the platform. We're sticking around. It's not about that.
Or worry if you thought we were leaving.
Yeah, and if you're a hater listening, waiting for us to die, screw you. We're sticking around. In fact,
Yeah, we're still here.
if you want to see us, we are going to Salt City 3. There is a CEDH tournament in Salt Lake City, in Provo, technically, Provo, Utah, which is close enough to the three of us that we have decided we want to go down and try our hand at a CEDH tournament near us. So we are going to be at Salt City 3. We are still working out the details on what we are going to do when we're there, besides, play in the tournament, obviously. But we'd love to meet up with anybody who listens, anybody in the area. We're going to try to have some tokens and things to hand out, to say hi, and to say thank you to the few of you who are listening. We're just really excited. We're excited to kind of make our first public appearance together as the podcast. So if you are attending Salt City 3 or if you're wanting to go,
we're gonna have like bracelets and like a necklace. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so
Friendship
good.
bracelets.
Friendship bracelets. We could do friendship bracelets.
We could braid each other's hair.
Oh shoot, we
Josh, Josh,
could. Beard growing.
I'm trying to grow my beard. You ain't braiding my hair. No part of my hair is braidable, guys. I don't know what you're expecting.
Your wig.
You are.
You wear wigs?
You have not seen somebody dedicated enough.
All right, whatever. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Maybe we'll braid our hair.
Yeah.
But we will be at Salt City 3, and we are looking forward. I know it's about 3 months out, so gives you plenty of time to plan out if you're going to want to try to go to that event. We think it'll be a pretty fun turnout, so hopefully we will see you there. And while you're there, if you want, give us your questions. We're always taking more questions for the podcast. We're always accepting new ones through our email, through DMs in Discord or Instagram. Our email is manabonded@gmail.com. Send it on over. We'll answer it as soon as we can.
I like scooping up the questions and putting them in my mouth like a hamster, and like keeping them for a little bit and then chewing on them a little bit. Just
okay, Nate,
enjoy it for a little bit.
Nate, I think we do need to up the oxygen concentration in Zack's dungeon. I think he's starting to go hypoxic.
Yeah, he's hallucinating.
Whoa. That just makes life more interesting. I can see past the veil.
Oh boy, yeah. Okay, we need to send. Do we have any medical professionals we can trust to not narc on us?
What do your eyes see past the veil, Zack? What do they see?
I see it all.
If you like the music at the start and end of our episode, you can find that with music by Steve Brown at stevebrownsongs.com. Go check out his music. It's pretty great.
We're actually going to have an episode where we're all going to be watching Your Lie in April, and we're going to have Steve Brown as our resident musical expert go down through the music parts and see how.
I would
give his,
love to.
Tom Brady
I would
is-
love to show him your line,
Sorry.
April. He's a little busy right now.
Do you have an imagination? Do you just think of things that you would like to be real things? Because we have someone who can make your imagination reality. You ever go to those freaking aquariums where like you can draw your own fish and it comes to life? Well, let me tell you about Shadow Eclipix, who can turn your imaginations into life with drawing and art. You can find his work at https://shadoweclipexart.card.co/ Be there or be square.
The link will be in the description in case you missed that. They're actually forward slashes.
Yeah.
All right. I have dyslexia. Slashes go back and forth.
Anyway, we do have a link tree. And that link tree will have all of our socials on it. It will also, wherever you can find the link tree, you'll also find the links for Steve Brown and Shadow Eclipix. Like I said, find us on any social media platform. That's where you can find the ways to DM us, to send us in your questions. And
Or
as
find
always,
me at my home, where I live.
you will not find
You can
Zack.
find
We
me
have
there.
taken great
find me there.
precautions to make sure that his location cannot be found. He is like triple protected from outside radio signals.
I have like an Apple tag on my ankle.
Yeah, you're not finding him.
Yeah. You can't have Zach. He's ours.
Yeah, you can't have me.
As
You can't
always,
handle the truth.
if you guys like what you're listening to and you want to hear more, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever else you're listening, and a couple you're not listening on. Those reviews and those comments on each of the episodes really push our podcast up in the algorithm to make us appear more to other people. And the more we appear to other people, the more fun questions we can do, like the ones we had today, and the better that this podcast will be.
Heck yeah.
And as someone who's a AI chatbot, let me tell you, it's hard to push those algorithms. So all the help that we can get, you know.
Yeah, we are looking at possibly opening up a bit of a public Discord for us as well. That more information will be forthcoming on that, and we'll let you know as soon as that's open. But yeah, we might open up something for everybody to come hang out with and chat with us, and have a bit more of a direct line for questions as well. So I think that'll
And
do it
remember,
for us this
kids,
week.
always draw your card for your turn.
I don't think we
Indeed.
can use that because that's really close to the Howling Salt Mine one.
Oh, shoot. I haven't watched them because they didn't watch our episode.
Yeah, flubber
I have to be
haters.
petty. Yeah, flubber haters.
Oh,
if we ever get invited, are they coming on our episode? Like,
Dude, I
they're gonna be
cannot
like, yeah,
wait
Flubber
for
sucks, man.
I
Flubber's
cannot
the
wait
worst.
for our podcast to get big enough where we can meet the Howling Salt Mine team and they can just, to our faces, ask, hey, how come you keep saying we hate the movie Flubber? What's that all
Because
about?
you do. We know you better than you know yourselves.
Anyway, that's going to do it for us this week. We hope you've enjoyed listening, and we will see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Hello. We're going to end the episode.
This is where we insert the ad.
This episode's sponsor is currently here in this moment. You're listening to it. I hope you like it.
I like to ask if we are playing slow or fast before we start the game so I know what deck to bring out. Sorry, an app just pop-up just blocked me right in the middle. I was like, what the crap? Anyway,
That was me. I sent it your way.
how dare you? It's not there yet. It is just in early access, so it is only
R.I.P.
available.
We're not quite there yet.
Yeah, no, we can't quite do it. Do you guys ever remember that old internet meme where it was the old children's book, the brown bear, what do you see? And then somebody edited it so the brown bear has like these horribly large, like eldritch eyes, and then this really messed up script, it just says all. It's just the funniest thing. Let me find the photo.
Like, brown bear, what do you see? Oh,
That actually just reminded me of
So
the
good.
old Charlie the Unicorn videos. That combined with talking about Full Metal
yeah,
Alchemist.
Charlie.
They go, the door!
Right.
It has all the wisdom! The door! So just reminded me of the door of knowledge, or
Yep.
the
Yeah.
the
Good
door in
times. What a different time in our lives.
Full Metal,
Back when
right?
those like YouTube videos were a thing and like
They're like
silly
bad
random
but
stuff.
fantastic.
Salad fingers. Ugh.
Oh,
So
man.
good.
I still don't
Salad
like
fingers,
salad
so
fingers.
creepy. So creepy. Yeah, you don't get that anymore.
Yeah.
That's our Halloween episode. What is salad fingers, Commander Deck?
I mean, I think it's an old sticky finger or old stick fingers. This fits pretty good with salad
probably.
finger.
Yeah.
But it's an altar with rusty spoons in
rusty
its
spoons.
hands. Yeah.
Yeah, rusty spoons.
All
Rusty
right.
spoon. Amazing.
Zach, do you want to take the next shout out here?
No. I want to do Shadow Equipage.
No,
Oh, that broke me so good.
that's great.
All right.
Yeah, you get this one. You get the next one.
I get the second one. Okay.